Perspective is such an interesting thing because when I reflect on my life, the perspective I have now is so different than I had at different times in my life. You know, it's growth, it's healing, it's expansion. And who said anybody is right or wrong? Like, two people can have two different perspectives about a situation, and it doesn't make either one of them wrong in all reality. So let me give you an example. I met someone in Phoenix last summer, and we knew that I was going to be coming back to the Phoenix area, and we had talked about considering, exploring what possibly could happen between us. And so we were both anticipating my arrival to Phoenix for weeks, months, whatever. And so then I get to Phoenix and he left. Literally the day after I got back, he left town and went to a Cubs game in Chicago. Then he went up to Milwaukee. Like, he just took off. And it's funny because as I look back and reflect on this now, I took it as rejection and I completely shut down. And the thing is, it had nothing to do with me. He had an opportunity and he took it. That's all it was. It had nothing to do with me. And it wasn't until much later, 10 months almost, that we had a conversation and he said, I never meant to reject you. That was never my intention. But my pattern is and has been, if you don't choose me, that's rejection, right? You chose to go to Chicago, so that was like saying I wasn't important enough. Had nothing to do with that. The timing was a little weird. He probably could have handled it a little different, but he didn't mean it as rejection. And instead of trying to talk to him about it, I just completely shut him out. And I'm sharing this because I'm also reflecting on other relationships I've had where what I thought was rejection was simply somebody living their life and having autonomy and had nothing to do with me. And because of my wounding within, feeling like I had to be chosen, I took it as rejection. So I invite you to sit with that for a minute. Like, I don't know your life story. I don't know the things you've been through, but think about a moment that felt like rejection. And was it really rejection, or was it possibly a different perspective from someone else's point of view? Because you never know until you have a conversation and you discuss it. And so as I'm reflecting back on this, I feel kind of dumb that I took it as rejection. But I think that everything is divinely timed, and I think there was a reason that this happened. And so no hard feelings, there's no animosity between this person and I, but the reality is it was not rejection and I took it that way. And so the cool part is he's willing to be understanding enough to know that I took it that way. He could see why I took it that way, but that's not how he meant it. So just reflect. It's really easy to get mad at other people and to blame other people and to find fault in other people, but we have to take accountability for our actions and our responses. And I think that's one of the things that I have really come to realize lately, is that my reactions and responses for many, many years came from wounding that had nothing to do with the person in the moment. But I didn't know any other way, right? I was in survival mode and I was trying to figure out just how to get through each day. And my nervous system was fried. And I learned to be hyper independent because, my parents were busy doing other things. They weren't worried about me. I was always just fine. They were more worried about other things going on. And so it's just really kind of an aha moment to sit here and remember some of the ways that I've shown up in situations. And I also would like to point out the fact that I have met a lot of amazing people, a lot of amazing men. I have people in my life that are my friends, that are men, that I have met on dating apps, and we just didn't date. For whatever reason, we didn't date. Or I actually have some friends that I met that maybe we were interested in each other, but we didn't date. And regardless, they are good people. And so I find that the latest theme in my life with dating is that I keep getting told that I'm different and that I'm unique. And I'm like, I'm just being me. Like, I don't know any other way to be but me. And then as I dig deeper and I have conversations, what is different about me? And I'm saying this humbly because I just want to give a different perspective for other women and for other men, because I don't know, you never know who needs to hear what little wisdom that you have from your own personal experiences. So that's why I'm sharing. But when I go on a date or a meet and greet, I don't go into it thinking, what can you do for me? What am I going to get out of this? That's not how I go into it. I go into it like, hey, this is a person who's had a journey just like me, and I'm curious about their journey, and I want to hear about the moments that impacted their journey, and I want to know what brought them to this now moment. The good times, the bad times, whether it's marriage, kids, career, whatever. I want to know the person. I want to genuinely show up for that person and hold space to let them know that I see them. Whether I choose to see them ever again on a date, in that moment, I choose to see them. And I think we take for granted the people that show up for us. And some of us are hypersensitive, that's not the right word, hyper independent, because we've never had anybody show up for us, or we think we haven't. And I want to encourage you, wherever you are in your life, it's okay to need people. We are not meant to do this life alone, and there is nothing wrong with asking for help, asking people to show up for you. And I mean, even for me, I have had a few rough days, even recently, like tears, pacing, like a really low moment. And I have people that I can call that will hold space for me. And it's not about them trying to fix it. They're just holding space to let me cry or scream or cuss or whatever it is. And sometimes that's all you need. It's not that I need anything from you. Like, I don't need your money. It's just about holding space and showing up for that person. And I really believe in showing up for people. Whether I know you or don't know you, in that moment, if I am with you, in that moment, I'm with you. And I am going to do my best to be a light and to pour life into you and love and just all the goodness that life has brought to me, I love to pour that into other people. And so it makes me sad that there's so many men and women out here and all they're doing is looking for the guy who can save them and take care of them financially so that they can just mooch off of him, or the man that, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I cannot imagine showing up to a situation and like, what are you gonna do for me? Like, I just can't even imagine that. I got my own stuff. I don't need you to do anything but be you authentically. Take off the masks and know that I'm a safe space, whether we decide to move forward or not. That's all I want, because I genuinely want peace and happiness for everyone. And for all the people in my life who I've dated and who I've loved, and I know you're still watching, so that's why I'm going to say this. I just want you to know that regardless of whatever the situation, I am grateful for the time. I honor what we had, and I really do wish nothing but joy and peace and happiness for you in your life. Genuinely, I mean that. Just a little dating chronicle information that was on my heart. I just had to come out here and say it. And that's part of having a platform, right? You know people are watching, and people that don't want you to know they're watching. And I want to honor those people that at one point in my life, I really loved them. Probably always will, in a way. But I've learned to choose me and what's best for me. And so it is what it is. But I also want to acknowledge the people in my life that are male, who have become my friends, who are good people, and they also deserve good people in their lives as well. And I honor them and their friendship because I've learned a lot from them. So have a great day, wherever you are.